everybody. I've never done anything like this before, and I did tell my friends when I was contemplating signing up that I might throw up, scream, and then jump off the stage. So I think I'm doing okay right now.
So far, so good.
So my first boyfriend and I met in high school, but we didn't really become romantically involved until the year following. I was in the midst of my freshman year of college, and he was a Marine. He was in boot camp. We were friends, we wrote letters to each other, and over the course of about 3 months, our letters went from just friendly to romantic, and we were a couple by January of my freshman year. The whole relationship was conducted over long distance. By the end of my first year of college, he had been stationed in Okinawa, Japan, and we tried to make it work. About 9 months in, as much as I loved him, I sort of started to realize that the distance was a real inhibiting factor in our having a real relationship. Plus, the stresses of college were getting me down, and the stresses of his job were really getting him down. And he was slowly sort of developing a drinking problem. This being very evident in our main form of communication, which was over the phone. And he would usually call me when he got off of work, which was usually about 7 a.m. my time. I would be speaking to my very drunk, very unhappy boyfriend. But we loved each other, and I was young and dumb and really didn't want to admit that things were not working out. So continued our relationship into the following fall. And we would talk on the phone, but we would also do a lot of the work of staying together through social media, most specifically MySpace. And if you remember, those of you who had MySpace accounts, you kind of had to do a little bit more work as far as stalking the other person that you wanted to stay in touch with. It didn't really have like an information feed the way Facebook does. So one day, I went to my boyfriend's page, just sort of my idle time, and I saw a post on his wall from a friend of his, and it said, "Whoa, what took you so long?" And I was intrigued because on our daily phone call, it really sounded like nothing much was going on aside from work. So I clicked through to his friend's page, and on the wall, not hidden anywhere, there wasn't really anywhere to hide on MySpace, but on the wall it said, "I fucked my first Japanese girl last night." My face was, I'm sure, pretty similar to the one you see right here. I was aghast. I quickly pounded out a note to him that I sent him through Facebook Messenger. Gotta diversify. I expressed how furious I was with the fact that, not only had he done that, but he hadn't even bothered to be discreet. We had been having issues, but that wasn't the way to deal with them. And he apologized profusely. We went back and forth a few times, but I just kind of let it peter out. And a few years went by, and In retrospect, I realized that it was, that was a pretty atrocious thing for him to have done, but I had wanted to see the end of the relationship anyway, and in a way, he kind of saved me from doing the hard work of actually telling him that I wanted to break up. And he eventually did a tour of Afghanistan. I graduated college. We saw each other once after that, and things were good, actually. We didn't discuss the MySpace incident, and in the time after that, I thought about him and thought about wanting to reach out again, but he died about a year after I last saw him, and I do wish I had buried that particular hatchet, and I certainly wish that I didn't have a story that I would go on to tell in a therapist's office that so heavily involved MySpace. Thanks.